Shalom, shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Nawashai Bashim Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to my fellow laborers and brethren, the confusion of faith brethren joined unto our ranks that do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. To the hopefully elect, the Akwathium that are out there listening and learning, to you I say shalom. This is a video basically on the deterioration of America. Yet another video of prophecy happening in your face. And America is Babylon. Is the Babylon that the prophets wrote about. Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel. You know, they all wrote about it. And they wrote about a place to set upon many waters. All right. Ancient Babylon does not sit upon many waters, and is also referred to it as the daughter of Babylon. All right. That would have great armies and be the light to the world and all these sort of things, and it will be basically the ruling place of the world. Okay, as we're gonna read into some of Isaiah, the 47th chapter. All right, and as a matter of fact, we're gonna begin with it now. Okay, because as you're looking on the screen, it says Morgan Stanley downgrades Starbucks due to its China sales and growth stumble. But that's all. And you know, and the woman in this was put up by Lisa Cabrera. But this is a lot more than it has a lot more to do spiritually than what she thinks it does. All right, America, Starbucks is a great entity here in America, and it's going down. And in this video, we're gonna use Starbucks as a standard, because this is happening across the board with American businesses, because it's quite simply the time for Esau, Edom to go down, who are the rulers of Babylon, and Babylon definitely has had control over the whole earth. All right? So this is Isaiah 47:1, and it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." All right? "Take up millstones and grind meal, and cover thy locks and bear the leg, and uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, and yea, thy shame shall be seen. And I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." So there's a power coming to destroy Babylon. All right, and it also goes to show you too that it's the way America is uncovered, just like a woman is uncovered. It's telling you that it's a shameful thing for thy thigh to be seen. All right, your secrets are being revealed. All right, all the dirt, and the reason it's being compared to Babylon is because in Babylon, in the ancient world, all the nations and immigrants from different places, so to speak, came together in one place, and that's the same thing that happened here in America. All right, and then America follows a lot of ancient rituals which they've tied mostly into Christianity, which go back to Babylon and not to the Bible. Christmas being one of the number one. All right, Halloween, all those things going back to Babylon, because a lot of those you could trace back to Greece and Rome, but the Greeks and the Romans were following Babylonian practices. The only thing that they did was gave pale faces to the gods. They changed the color of the gods. That's all they did, but it was the same thing. Okay. So in America, the grinding it ceases. It's coming. The nations of America, the nations of the world are starting to cease business with America and go elsewhere. All right, because of all the wicked dealings that have been done. So let's let a little bit of this video play. Let me go back a little bit, right about to here. And then once again, this is Starbucks has been downgraded by Lisa Cabrera. And let's see.
Jones for a start. I want to thank.
There we go.
I want to thank Astarte Jones for sending this article. This is the best news ever. An article that came out on CNBC June 20th, 2018. Morgan Stanley downgrades Starbucks due to its China sales.
Now I do rejoice the fact that this sister right here, this Northern Kingdom sister, is rejoicing in the downfall of her enemy, even if she doesn't understand what's happening. But you remember, Esau's fall is the rise of Jacob, and Esau is the ruler of Babylon.
Ruth stumble. Best news ever. Best news ever. Keep taking Starbucks down. So they have been downgraded. Starbucks growth trends will not turn around anytime soon after the company's sales guidance reduction, according to Morgan Stanley. The firm lowered its ratings to equal weight and overweight of Starbucks shares, citing the deteriorating sales growth in China and the United States. The protests are working. Keep boycotting Starbucks, ladies and gentlemen. This is the same as Papa John's. You know, they can't bounce back either. And this is how you handle companies like Starbucks. And plus, we got more reasons to dislike Starbucks. Starbucks is also one of the corporations in private prisons that is paying inmates 12 cents an hour to do their work.
And that's what these corporations are set up to do. They funded the private prisons. Hence the reason why Esau gets a slap on the hand and Jacob gets hardcore time. All right, for the same crimes. Okay, and this is matter of fact, this is Isaiah 42 and 22. All right, let's enlighten Lisa and the rest of you out there who don't know. Okay, and it reads, "But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for the spoil, and none restoreth." All right. Verse 24. "Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to robbers? Did not Yahweh, against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law." So for that reason, since we didn't follow the laws that Yahweh our power set up for us, the Lord gave us into the hand of Esau, who hid us away in prison houses which they privatized. All right. Jamie Dimon himself said that. I heard it come out of his mouth. Investing in prisons was a good thing. All right. Why? Because most of the investors in prisons are Edomites. Probably about 90+% of them. Wealthy, well-to-do Edomites. So they have policies in place to keep Jake locked up. All right. Through the court systems, whether it be through crime, through child support, through tickets, whatever it is, all these traps, these cops are laying traps here in Babylon, ready to catch Jacob. All right. So they're either going to get you in fines or they're going to lock you up and make money off you from in that direction. Okay. I'm gonna jump back into this Isaiah the 47th chapter. In verse 6 it says, "And I was wroth with my people, and have polluted my inheritance, and given them to thine hand. And thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou heavily laid the yoke." So upon the old. So this scripture right here is telling you that this place where this woman that sits upon many waters, as we're going to read, which is the Statue of Liberty, by the way, who was just Ishtar, the ancient Babylonian goddess of Ishtar, which was a temple whore or a temple priestess, and the way you got blessings was to sleep with one of the priestess, one of the whores. All right. And the guy who made her was trying to make an image to Ishtar and changed it to Libertas, and with Libertaris or Libertas, which is in the Latin, and which is pronounced in English liberty. And it talks about the golden cup in her hand, and that's what is the Statue of Liberty holding. Matter of fact, it looks a lot not very different from the image that we're looking at for the Starbucks symbol. Okay, it's not that much difference because that's an ancient symbol of Ishtar as well, right? Who was what? A whore. Okay, and it said that in this place, because if anyone that says that America is not run by so-called white people, you're a lie. You're a blatant and obvious liar. And it told you in that place where the inheritance of the Lord was polluted, and those people were given over to the rulers of Babylon. I just read it. All right, and who was that? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They were given over into the hands of the so-called white man who built up Babylon. Okay. Verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to their heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou art given into thy pleasures, and dwellest carelessly, and saith in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. And I now sit as a widow, I shall not sit as a widow, and I shall not know the loss of children. But that's a lie, because you're going to lose not only your children, your citizens, your military, all your children that are going to go away to the war. None of them are coming home. You're going to lose everything. All right. Verse 9. But these two things shall come to pass in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. And they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, for the great abundance of thy enchantment. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay. You're going to be utterly destroyed, and there's nothing that your witchcraft is not going to be able to save you, because America is based upon witchcraft. That's why they have such a mighty media, and media comes from the Latin word basically is connected to the word medium, which is a connection between spirits and witchcraft. That's why it's called media. And they cast spells by keeping you entertained with bread and circus. People are so easily entertained, and one of the ways that they actually exercise that media is through mass media, through social networking and entertainment. And they actually captivate you and control your mindset and control your thought process by programming you with and giving you things that they want you to see. And you get used to seeing lies until those lies in your mind and your head become truth without even proof. They don't even have to prove anything. They just say something and put it up on the screen, and you see it enough and it just becomes truth when it's not. Okay? But America is definitely going down. I'm going to click to another video in a moment, which is, I think was put up by the Silver Report. Advertisements, man. There we go. And this is called Starbucks Meltdown, closing hundreds of stores. More proof. Economic collapse news. So yeah, Starbucks Meltdown, closing hundreds of stores. Economic collapse news. So why is there a news show called Economic Collapse News? Why? Because Babylon is failing. All right? It's failing. All the things that is done is coming back upon it, and your man Trump is helping it to come that much faster. He's a man. He's definitely gonna deliver Babylon into the hands of spoilers by his policy, because all his allies are turning against him. All right, but this tariff war is about to get really, really bad in a couple weeks, in a very few couple of weeks, and you can see the buildup and the destruction that it's doing of major corporations, and it hasn't even gotten there yet. All right, these are effects that's been felt overseas. Now it's going to hit home here in America.
And you know, we look out at the world and what's going on, and there's a sickness of the mind that is developing among a lot of people. But I'm talking about what's going on at Starbucks, and this is just proof that even though you say something is true, it doesn't really make it true, and nor does it make it connect with everybody, enough people for it to make a difference. So Starbucks is going to be closing 100 stores this year. And that's not it. They also project to be closing 150 stores in 2019. And so we ask, and we look at these bizarre policies that they took up just recently, this whole idea, they want to fit in with whatever the trend is. The problem is it's not really a trend. See, there are people behind the scenes that control the trends, that control the ideas they want to push on the American public. And whenever you have these ideas, and you know what, they just don't connect. They don't connect with people's minds because they're so bizarre. And just because all of the media, just because all of the TV, all of the movies,